And so let me ask you, what part of your life most needs healing right now? I'm going to give you 4 steps. You could call them the 4 R's of healing. One, I think, would be to return, 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 and try to turn to God in prayer on a daily basis, like Jeremiah. Heal me, Lord. In other words, make space for His presence. Return to God on a daily basis and ask for healing. The second might be to try to reframe. What do I mean by that? In other words, when pain comes your way, because it's only someone that hasn't lived long enough that would say there's nothing like pain or there's nothing like suffering. Ultimately, if you know that if you love anything worthwhile, with that love comes a bit of sacrifice and pain and suffering. But try to reframe your pain when it comes. You could ask, Lord, what might you be teaching me here about this experience? This reframing of perspective, it's what in psychology we call that meaning making ultimately. But most importantly, try to reattach. In other words, don't hesitate. Don't isolate yourself, because healing ultimately happens in community. It happens through worship. It happens through fellowship. It happens through having a strong support system. So reattach yourself to a community, to a group of people that will support you through that process of healing. But lastly, is to restore. In other words, take practical steps towards your health, towards your exercise, towards your sleep, towards your medical care. Do things that you need to do to stay healthy, to restore your body, to restore your health. Spiritual healing and bodily care are not separate things. They kind of go hand in hand. While you are trusting God to heal you from whatever hurt, whatever that might have happened, at the same time also pay attention to your body. And so let me ask you, what part of your life most needs healing right now?